Buckley wants to fight Usman next, but Usman might be fighting Jack Della Maddalena, UFC 312 in Sydney in February.
My fight, shouldn't be in stopped, but, it is what it is. You got to protect the fighters. But I feel like 2025, man, is definitely my year, and we definitely taking over, With this being said, this is on a 6-fight winning streak. I got, 8 knockouts, within the UFC. I feel like I done done enough to really kind of put myself in a position to kind of, yet again, fight for that title. And even though I know that Shavkat is next, blessed to that fight. But if anything happens where Shavkat or Belal doesn't, step up into the octagon, I want to, face them. So at the end of the day, man, we're going to keep this nice and short, bro. I'm definitely looking to take that throne, man, 2025, bro. So we out.
I know Colby's gonna have a bunch of excuses, but he just sucks. Buckley looked really good. Sharp striking, good takedown defense in the first round. He defended 3 takedowns. In the second round, when he did get taken down, he worked his way back up to his feet. And also when he found himself on his back in the third round, he worked his way back up to the feet. He's peaking right now and staying very active. This was his 4th fight in 8.5 months.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. The women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
I don't like that. That's
Okay.
all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not what it
eyes.
is.
That's
I
all
was
I
looking
was
at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
Colby had a Donald Trump chain, which he kissed as he entered into the arena.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump, please. I'm asking you. Please save me. In your God's name, please stop this proof.
Coach Eric Nixick has high praise for Buckley. Real talk, Buckley's resurrection needs to be studied. 6-0 in a new division, 4 stoppages, 4-0 in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, he's your 2024 Fighter of the Year. I'm out. Yeah, out of your mind. No, he should be a candidate for Fighter of the Year. I don't know if I put him number 1. Some candidates I would have as Fighter of the Year would be Ilia Topuria, Alex Pereira, Carlos Prates, and the aforementioned Joaquin Buckley. Anybody else should be on this list? Let me know in the comments. Billy Quarantillo says, my bad for losing to Cub Swanson. I felt good in there. Cub took the first round. Billy took the second round. The third one was up for grabs, but out of nowhere, Cub landed that 1-punch knockout. It was a little bit reminiscent of the fight earlier where Dustin Jacoby landed a 1-punch knockout also in the third round against Petrino out of nowhere. Jacoby got a performance bonus. Cub Swanson got a fight of the night bonus. Michael Johnson got a performance bonus for knocking out Ataman Zaitar. There was a lot of good finishes on the card, like Sean Woodson over Padilla. He wanted a bonus. I finished a dude that's never been finished before, Dana White. Damn, I can't get a little something extra?
No.
Cub Swanson says a rematch between him and Doo Ho Choi would be one that could keep him from retiring. The first fight was so good that it'll be hard to live up to that standard. Cub retiring is fine. This is a good way to go out. Big knockout victory and call it a day.
I mean, my mom and my stepmom both, who both are very close to me, begged me to stop fighting in 2011 when I fractured my face, and I could have stopped then. I could have stopped at any moment, but I just always felt like I had more to do. And at this point, I feel like I've done a lot, and I'm proud of it. So, yeah, like I said, it'd have to be something really exciting. So we'll see what happens.
MMA fighting, we stand and unite. With every heartbeat, we're ready to ignite. In the cage of life, we'll conquer our fate. Together as one, we'll rise, never break. This is our journey.
Adrian Yanez had a good fight with Daniel Marcos. It didn't go his way, but entertaining fight.
Just a big shout out to everybody who supported me. Trolls are gonna troll, it is what it is. The real homies stay next to me and all that stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. I could blame the eye poke. Vaseline got in my eye and it was just like, it was blurry, vision was blurred, eye was burning, but I continued to fight. that shit's on me. I had him right in front of me, going to my right, so I literally have no one else to blame but me. You know, fight was close. Fucking just let it slip away from you guys. I'm fucking sorry. Try to put on bangers every single time, but it is what it is. I apologize, guys, but shout out to everybody who still supports me, man. Love y'all guys.
Manel Kape was asking Dana White for a title shot after the fight, but Dana White at the press conference says he's not going to get a title shot, but he's going to give him what he wants, which kind of doesn't make sense. He wants a title shot, but he's not going to give him a title shot, but he's going to give him what he wants. Nonetheless, somebody else will be fighting for the title against Pantoja. A low blow may have started that finishing sequence, but everyone just sort of accepted and ignored it. Maybe because Kape took 3 low blows from Silva earlier in the fight, so people were just like, whatever. Felipe Lima was impressive in his fight with Miles Johns. He has now won 14 in a row. He's down to fight Cody Garbrandt if they set up that fight. He replaced Cody Garbrandt this weekend to fight Johns. Johns says, didn't get the win tonight, but I'm healthy and still grateful for the experience. We'll watch the film, figure out what we need to fix, and we'll work on fixing it. Lessons were learned and barriers broke. Props to Lima, great performance. I'll be back better, promise that, and thanks for all the love and support. Miranda Maverick won a unanimous decision over Jamie Lynn Horth over the weekend. She pissed off Tracy Cortez with some of the things she said after the fight. Tracy Cortez drops out of the fight, and then magically 4 days later, she's ready to fight again. Weird. Since we're pointing out the obvious, our first scheduled fight, I was offered someone better. Sorry, not sorry. I took the opportunity. For the second one, I needed surgery. I don't care what you think or the world, but cancer runs in my family, so I didn't hesitate to get the masses removed. So that explains the surgery she had last month. Also, I never said I was ready to fight 4 days later, so before you start talking out of your ass, you should get your facts right. Tracy just turned 31. She's coming off a loss to Rose Namajunas. Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler's beef is never ending. Michael Chandler reignited it. Michael Johnson's got the best right hook in UFC history. Never forget this one. Remember when I beat your ass? You're 2-4 in the UFC, muscle milk Mike. Dana White was asked about Dustin Poirier at the post-fight press conference.
Dustin Poirier, he said, has been teasing one last fight, his last dance, and recently he was on Twitter and he said basically that he's got something cooking and that quote-unquote there will be blood. Have you guys planned something for Dustin? You have to reveal, obviously.
Yeah, we're in the middle of talks for him with something that he wants to do at the end of his career.
Dana also guarantees John Jones versus Tom Aspinall happens. That's what he thinks.
John Jones behind the scene is not a guy that turns down fights.
Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah. I'll say 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
UFC takes 3 weekends off and they return on January 11th for Dern versus Heba's 2 fight night card at the UFC Apex. Then they got UFC 311, UFC Riyadh with Adesanya versus Amavov, and then UFC 312, DDP versus Strickland Part 2. The guy who beat this fighter at Zombie Fight Nights ended up getting a UFC contract, so Mateusz Camilo is the newest addition to the UFC roster. Kelvin Gastelum is fighting next March 29th in Mexico City, opponent to be determined. Gastelum beat Daniel Rodriguez in his last fight. Former UFC fighter Chris Lieben, a boxing referee. He's done MMA refereeing in the past as well as MMA judging. This fight was just announced the other day, and apparently it's already off. Corey Anderson versus Vadim Nemkov, Part 3, January 25th. Corey Anderson says fight's off, and according to Bellator/PFL, Nemkov was being a crybaby about the fight. They agreed and then declined because I'm too tough of a fight. Again, fact check me. But wait, there's more. He says he wants to stay on the card, but wants to fight a lesser opponent. Nemkov was supposed to fight D'Elia, but D'Elia was in surgery when they announced the fight, so they made this fight, and now this fight apparently is off. So yeah, everything at Bellator continues to be kind of a mess. One Championship adds 3 more fights to their Thursday, February 20th card in Qatar. Arslan Aliyev versus Soldic. Fernandez versus Belanian. This is the 5th time they've fought. Fernandez is up 3-1 in the series. And Win versus Gasanov at featherweight. Bibert Tumanov knocked out Rush Manfio out cold in ACA. Former UFC fighter Jessica Rose Clark won over the weekend in Gilbert Melendez's promotion.
Champion, 18 victories, 14 by finish. I'm in Tampa, December 14. I drove here 4 hours from
Brave Nation, get ready to feel the pain as we go insane from the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain.
Christmas. We like to officially welcome Josh Van. All of
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Hey, Fury 100 is when we're going to do it. Hey, Fury 100, you are our first fighter to go all the way through every amateur fight, every pro fight, straight to the UFC. And you're being inducted this year with Mr. Alex Morano as well. So.
Thank you, man.